Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another OGRL Tour Modified Series race. We're here at Worldwide Technologies Raceway. We are up in the booth with William Kelly as usual.
I'm already liking this track already. The way you can see these cars, they just seem to ride it well. You're not seeing too many people get loose. You're not seeing too many people get tight. I think this is just going to be a race of who can get the most speed within these turns.
Well, what do you think is going to be? More of an exit like we usually see here at these short tracks? You gotta get those exits down for these long
Based
straightaways?
based off my experience, you make the majority of your time on exit.
And I mean, these long, very long um, straightaways here are gonna really help these drivers maybe get a good run here. Might see some IndyCar style swerving maybe.
Let's also not forget about the fact that this is the turn 1 and 2 are different than turn 3 and 4. Turn 1 and 2 is shorter, it's more tight than 3 and 4, kind of just like Darlington.
Mm-hmm. This track is a mile and a quarter in length, if I remember correctly. Not
Sounds about right.
100% sure
Yeah,
on
that's
that
right.
number. Yeah, okay. Well, how about we go ahead and look at the points here. Now, well, we are heading into the 8th race, I do believe, of this season, and the points are still pretty close between everyone. We'll have to see what plays out through tonight, and there is a bit of rain in the area, so that could play a factor in this. But Alfie Sharon Jr. still has the points lead over Mike Toshiro and Robert Warrens. And currently, who has the fastest lap here? Alfie, again.
Alfie.
And Dustin Painter, he's not far behind. He's had some pretty good runs in recent. And hopefully,
Yes.
well, he's had great runs middle of the race, but towards the end, his luck runs out. But hopefully, he can turn that around here at Gateway, gain a few spots and points. I think he gained a bunch last week. He's up to 4th in points, 28 back. He's definitely in the hunt for this championship. Let's see if we can find someone to interview here. Do you want to bring in Painter?
Sure, why not?
Alright. Hey Dustin, this is Sean and Will up in the booth with VRN. You got a second?
Yeah, I got y'all, bud.
Alright, so how's that car feeling right now out on track?
That's pretty good. We've ran a lot of these races during the nighttime, not during the day. So this is kind of neat to come here, run this thing finally in the daytime. It's a little bit different, actually. My speeds during the day versus night about a 4/10 difference overall.
I'm noticing that we don't see very many people spinning. It seems like these cars are driving relatively well. You're not overly loose, you're not overly tight. What do you think that's going to mean when it comes to competition? You think you're going to have more competition, or do you think it's going to be less competition?
Oh, we'll be on top of each other tonight. Actually, the rear tires, the right rear tire is going to go pretty quick. Honestly, I think if you've got some tire at the end, that's going to be key. But you look for guys to really start to get loose off, a little bit loose off and tight off if you kind of get into the gas too early. So you're going to have to wait to let the car sit in the corner, then get back on the gas. So it should be interesting to see how that works out with all of us. But it should be good, entertaining racing.
It already looks pretty entertaining. All right, Sean, you got anything else?
Well, you said that the right rear tire is going to wear out. We have, I think, 70 laps. I'm not 100% sure on that number. But what are you expecting from tonight here, overall?
Kind of like you see the tour mods run at New Hampshire, just a lot of drafting, a lot of guys trying to make the bottom work. If you can make that bottom work to make a pass to slide up in front of a guy, that's going to be key. You're just probably going to need a little bit of drafting help to do it.
All right, Dustin. Well, hopefully you have a good run here tonight. Currently fourth in points. Hopefully you can maybe move up to third here tonight.
Yeah, I hope so, guys. Thanks for broadcasting.
Yep. Good luck, man.
Thank you.
Well, Will, if there was one track you could put these cars on, where would you put them?
Honestly, this is the most exciting racing I've seen in world in practice of all the other tracks because I feel like the competition here, well, yeah, some of the other tracks we just, we'd see wreck after wreck because the car would either not be driving right or something among that nature. These cars seem to be driving well, and I feel like we're going to see a lot of competition here.
Well, maybe we will. Maybe we won't. We probably will. We've had a lot of close racing for the leads in the past few weeks. Phoenix really comes to mind last week because of how close the front two were always together for the most part.
Yeah, but at the same time, they did get to the point with Phoenix where they had to cut out the dog leg on restarts.
That is true. Having a lot of cautions did help that factor, but still, it seems like everyone had pretty even speed throughout the night.
Yeah. Although hearing how the wear sounds according to Dustin there, I mean, I wonder if we're gonna see, tires just falling off super quick.
Now, this isn't like Sim 500. These guys do have 3 sets, or is it 2 sets tonight? I think I saw 3. Nope, it's 2 sets of tires, not counting the one. So they have 3 total, counting the ones they start with, and 2 they can change into.
Knowing that, I can almost guarantee you everyone's gonna pit at least once here, if not even twice.
They are bump drafting down the front stretch,
Yeah, I see that.
to no concern of anyone. I mean, just look at the run they're gonna get here.
Wow.
This literally looks like an IndyCar race right now, except you can't really get fully like a big run on him if you were to move down.
No,
I mean,
these modifieds don't seem to get as much of a run as you
maybe I
compare
was
them to
wrong.
anything else.
Or maybe that outside lane just doesn't work in these cars.
I'd probably say it's the outside lane. Usually with these cars, I think you'd want to be in the gray lane where I think they've got that resin down there because you get a lot of grip through that second groove, and then you want to just shoot it up to the wall on the exit.
Yeah. Well, we have just 2.5 minutes left of practice. Last week at Phoenix, we had a incredible finish with first-time winner Thomas Andrews, I do believe, if I can remember correctly, winning the race. And now next week we are going to another short track, South Boston, and that is honestly one of my favorite short tracks ever on NR, on iRacing, anything. It's such a fun track to drive.
That's another track that we should be pretty excited for here.
And Southern National, and then Milwaukee Mile, another one of those bigger tracks. Milwaukee is a kind of like a staple on the modified series schedule, in my opinion.
Yes, kind of seems like it. I feel like, at least.
Same with Thompson and New Hampshire. I feel like those 3 tracks, and Martinsville as well, have a mainstay on the schedule like Daytona does for Cup.
Exactly. I'm noticing here, though, I think pitting is going to be extremely easy here if you want to do it under green, since you need to use that, the, like, pit entry, you know what I mean, out of the
Yeah,
backstretch.
yeah.
I feel like pitting is going to be extremely easy here, so I don't think you're going to worry about,
Eh,
having to go from whatever these run, like 140, 150 down to 40.
I think this was mentioned before during the Sunday broadcast for Cup that you have to keep it at I think the pit speed here is 45 miles an hour. Not 100% sure on that, but you have to keep it at 45 the whole way through the entry lane too, don't you?
From my experience being on a test drive here a little bit ago, it didn't say anything about that. It only told me about a speed limit once I got to pit lane.
Okay.
Plus,
still.
even then, you got a whole apron of the backstretch there that you can use.
Speaking of aprons, it seems that once you get your left side tires on that concrete colored area,
Yeah,
it
do
just
not touch the
snaps.
curb. I learned that extremely quickly. You will get extremely loose by touching the curbs.
In any car, really.
Yeah.
In trucks, because I know we were testing at Gateway in trucks just a few days ago.
Yeah, you don't want to touch the apron.
I don't think
As
you want to touch
practice is
anything.
over here.
There's last week's winner right there, the 99. Looking to go back to back, and he just obliterated the outside wall. It's qualifying time. Oh, wait. There's no qualifying. I keep forgetting that. Let's take a look at your heat race number 1 starting lineup on your front row. Driving the number 75 is James Kerr. Beside him is Steven Selby. In row 2, we have Kevin Feemster driving the number 7, and Brandon Feeney going to be starting 4th here tonight. And then row 3, you have Dan Butler on the inside, Thomas Andrews on the outside, his number 66 or his number 99. Okay, that's a new one. And then we have twins in the back, Joe Gauthier and Joe Marks. Two Joes running the same paint scheme, starting side by side. It sounds like a recipe for disaster.
I think it'll be exciting nonetheless.
Yep. As we are getting ready to go green here. We're going to have one pace lap again, unlike your short tracks where we have 2. Some short tracks I think you need 2 pace laps, but some I honestly think you only need 1.
Yeah, I can agree with that completely. I feel like usually once you get over that mile mark of tracks, that's where you really only need 1 pace lap.
I mean,
Is that
Richmond
his
too.
outside line going to get up there, or what's going on here?
They will. But I mean, Richmond
Hopefully.
has only 2 pace laps, and this is short track, and it's a fairly bigger short track than your typical. I think it's 3/4 of a mile. So, yeah, let's get ready for heat race number 1. I'm pretty sure the laps are going to be 10 as per usual. So 10 laps, Will, what do you think these drivers are going to do?
Race for it all. I mean,
Bonus points are on
that's
the
what
line
I think.
too.
Exactly.
I mean, you don't get a guaranteed starting position because of the randomized inverts weekly. The green flag is out. James Kerr, Steven Selby lead the field to green, and Kerr able to clear, and Feemster able to clear up to 2nd now, and Feeney already looking to the inside on the 14. Selby did not get a good start there.
Oh wow, look at that move by the 14 there. I don't think that's going to gain him anything, but that was scary.
Ooh, looks like he may have gotten a little loose on the entry there. He slid up
75's
the
loose
track.
here. Oh, good save by the 75 there.
James Kerr saving it. He's not going to lead the first lap, though. 3 wide for 3rd. Is anyone going to back out of it? Nope. But the 8 of Dan Butler going to fly around him on the outside.
And the 3 wide again. 14 hit the 75 there.
Selby's going to fall back even more. James Kerr got moved up the track. He's still side by side with Dan Butler for 3rd. I think Kerr might be able to get it in 3 and 4. And yes, he does. He will clear Butler throughout turn 3. They're side by side in the back here. Joe Marks, Steven Selby. Right to the bumper there. I don't know if you can call it a bumper, though. I don't know. As Kevin Feemster leads the way, trying to hold off Brandon Feeney, who I'm pretty sure he led the most laps last week at Phoenix.
I think this 8, yep, this 8's going to try to make a move on the 75, but the 75 got rid of his room, gave him no hole. Ooh, 75's tight out of the exit. He saved it, though. 7 car down to the bottom, that's going to give the... Never mind, he went back up.
He's
I think we
just
saw.
trying to break the draft, I think.
Yeah, I think we saw Kerr do that right at the start too.
Let's see what
But
happens. It looks
look,
like the 38 might have gotten up into the wall. IndyCar going on the backstretch.
they're
Look at the gap he
yeah,
gained.
that is crazy. Kerr on the inside here. What's gonna happen? We've seen Kerr get loose and tight here. Which one is it gonna be? It's
Neither.
gonna be neither.
It looks like these tires are
That's what he
starting
wants.
to get up to temp now. He moves up to second position. He might be able to work his way back up to the front here, but
Oh,
it's going to take a good amount of help
he's
to get
clear
around that
there.
7. And now Butler
Oh,
looking
man.
for third. They are bump drafting into
Wow.
turn number 3. Dive bump by the 75. He makes it stick for the most part. They are gaining on that 7 car.
I think that I gotta be honest. I don't think his cutting off the draft technique is working. I think he needs to worry more about making sure he's ready to block.
It looks like Kerr gaining a little bit of time there on center and a bit on exit as well. Will he cut the draft? Doesn't look like he's going to do it this time. 5 laps to go in heat number 1. And I think we're only going to have 2 heats as well for tonight. He's
Yes,
getting
sir.
right to the back bumper of him. He is
I
trying.
Oh, 7 car got loose there. That could be Kerr's moment right there if he could just get help. He's got no help behind him, but he's on that inside now.
He's got
that inside line.
a nose in there.
He's tight. Oh, wow. Did the 28 really just try that?
That could have been bad. 4 laps to go.
That could have been real bad. Whoa! Oh my God, they're being risky now.
I don't even know what
You would think it's the last lap. 7 cars gonna get spun here.
Someone is going to. There they go in the back.
Oh, hard hit. That 7 car just didn't realize he wasn't clear.
There's
And
a
it just
quick
caused all
replay
of
for
that.
you guys. Meanwhile, back up front, Kerr on the outside, and Joe number 2 is on the inside in his number 67 car.
That's a good save by the 7, though.
Look at this battle for the race lead right now, coming to just 2 laps to go. This one
It feels like it's been an entire race already. This is going to be crazy.
I can't wait for the race to start. 70 laps of this.
I know.
This is going to be awesome.
This is going to be nuts. Plus with tire changes, too. Oh, let's not have a repeat here. Let's not have a repeat.
Kerr moving in the inside. He has it. He has him. Can he hold him?
He just can't get tight here, and it looks like he's getting tight. He pushed him up the track a little bit.
That looks like he was just racing, though.
Oh,
Whoa!
What was that? Did the 7 car just try to spin him?
No, I think he just tried to get down behind him as quick as he could. White flag is in the air, though. Does Joe Jr. have enough time to make it up to him?
I think he could, but he would need help from the 7 behind him.
Unless
That's
James,
the only way.
Unless James makes a crucial mistake here in 3 and 4, I don't think they'll be able to get up to him.
I wouldn't say that. He's done this before. He has gotten loose through the turn. He's tight here. He is tight throughout the whole exit.
Doesn't
He
look like
saves
it's
it,
going to
though.
affect it. James Kerr is going to win heat race number 1.
That was exciting, and that was just a heat race.
And at the line, Joe Jr. gets second over Kevin Feemster. And Joe Sr. comes home 5th in his number 4 car. That's not how you do burnout. Now it's time for heat race number 2. The second and final heat race. I don't think we can have a favorite to win this race. I think it's going to be anyone's race to win.
This has some super speedway vibes here. The 80 is not going.
Brandon Fetterplace should be starting on the front row with Alfie on his outside, but maybe not here. Brendan Forsyth on his number 28 got a win just a few weeks ago, and Shane Wagner on his outside. Row 3, Joshua Buckley in his number 13 car, and then finally Dustin Painter, and rounding out heat race number 2, Mike Toshiro in his 33.
These first three here are going to be extremely exciting. You've got the one of Alfie with the 80 of Brandon Fetter placed to his inside. And let's not mention the 28 behind him.
We have 3 really fast cars all up front. And then Painter and Buckley, they're still in the mix, but they're just a bit further back. And Fetter Place, he has a pretty good short run car every week. Let's see if he can get it done here tonight. He's starting on pole.
This is short run if it's anything.
Here we go, 10 laps of distance, just like last time. Who is going to get heat win number 2? We'll have to find out. See you in 10 laps as they head through the Geico restart zone. Green flag is out.
80's getting a jump there. He's got a car going down. Oh, they're already going to try to make it 3 wide.
Shane Wagner got a great start there. Was able to slide in front of the 28 of Brennan.
What a block by the 80 there. That could have gone so bad.
Side by side for the race lead. Fetter Place on the outside. Alfie on the inside. With Shane Wagner in tow. Along with the 65 of Dustin Painter, who is already up to 4th. In just 2 turns.
Man, watching the 28 he was like partially loose through that whole turn and just kept riding it.
That 28 car for sure has some of the best car control of the series, and he just lost 2 more positions.
That 80 got in his way on the exit, and that did not help him. I think he's going to try to revise his line.
And then there's Joshua Buckley trying to methodically work his way up through the field here. Maybe he can get
They're going to get racy here. Watch this 13.
Like he got really loose in the center there. We're only 2 laps into this. Painter up to 3rd now.
33 trying to take it on the inside there for the 28 for last place. Trying to go up for 7th, I think.
Brennan has basically lost every single position.
Yeah, he's not doing very well. I don't think his line's working for him. He's running a different line than everyone else. There you go. Now he's on the right line, and he's gaining speed now. He's just got to get that exit perfect, and he is fine.
Could just be sandbagging a bit, maybe?
Maybe, but I don't think a heat race is a good place to do that.
Alfie holds the race lead, has led all 3 laps so far. Shane Wagner holding on to 2nd. This is probably the most speed we've seen out of him in recent weeks.
Yeah.
He's having a really good run this evening.
Look at all of these guys. They're still pretty close up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're falling back. I mean, what lap are we on? We're on lap 4. Really, anyone still has a chance if they can just get a big enough run.
I think what's going to happen here, Will, is we're going to see another first-time winner tonight. Just like we did last week.
I could guarantee it. 13's tight here off of the turn. I wonder if the 28's going to try to use that to his advantage.
Look at the battle for the race lead. Wagner right on the back bumper of Alfie.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he's going to dive bomb. There you go. He's dive bombing.
Oh. He makes it stick on the bottom, though. He's giving Alfie room. Where's Painter going to go? He's going to make it 3 wide now.
3 wide.
We still have 5 laps to go. All right.
They're just trying to put on a show now.
Painter backed out of that one. Probably a smart move on his end.
Yeah, that's
for
pretty
sure.
good idea.
Wagner got a little loose on exit there, it looked like. Now, Painter going to fly by him. He's going to almost sniff the grass way down on the bottom. And Fetter Place will get around him now.
Man. They hit lap 5, and they're like, all right, now it's time to do some stuff.
I mean, can't say I blame them. It's a little tricky to get these runs generated, but once you do, you can really get going, you know?
I'm concerned for the 28 and the 33, though. They just don't seem to have the speed right now.
Well, I know Brennan, he's not a full-time driver, so he may not be
Whoa,
worried about
13 hit
what
the
the...
wall.
I have never seen anything like that.
Did he hit the opening in the wall?
I forgot about the opening. That might have been what happened. Let's see. Yep.
Dang, man.
I thought that maybe the wall was like bugged out or something and it launched him away. Wagner just
No.
hit the wall too.
Yeah, Gateway has that wall. There's a little opening. I'm not sure if that's like a safety personnel entrance or something, but there's an
Yeah.
opening there. And if you go too high on the backstretch, you got to watch out because that corner of that wall comes up really quick.
Yeah, it is not really good for open wheel cars, hence probably why IndyCar
I
may not have
I,
raced here.
I don't think it's good for any car.
True, but it's not as violent in a fen- enclosed car. I don't know what you would stock car. I guess we'll call it that. I don't think we've seen any bad accidents in the truck series since they've been at Gateway, though. But we're coming to the white flag. Enough of that real-life stuff. One more lap to go here in heat race number 2. Dustin Painter trying to give Alfie just one last run at it. Bumper to the back of the 1 and the 65 all the way up the track. He still has a shot to make a move here.
Can I bring up your inaccuracy to your statement there, Sean? We haven't seen any bad accidents. Do I need to bring up Carson Hocevar?
No, I was talking like at the opening.
Oh, at the opening, okay. I was gonna say I think Gateway's had some pretty bad wrecks.
And at the line, it's going to be Alfie.
Look at
Winning heat
Alfie
race number
just
2.
protecting every line he sees. Oh man.
Here's a perfect angle of that opening there.
Yeah, exactly. And that you don't want to hit that because the only way that you're really going to notice that opening when you're going down that backstretch is the different color in the asphalt. Because that
Yeah.
I think that's concrete up there. So I mean, you could probably get some advantage going up into that, but you need to watch out because it's so quick. Man, what a race there though. What a race. And we haven't even started the race yet. I think this is going to be an insane race. We're going to see a lot of crazy moves and just people making moves that you would not expect them to be making. I mean, this place races like a super speedway, but you have to lift. So in these turns, you got to
Mm-hmm.
lift off of the throttle to get down into the turn, but you got to make sure that you're still getting draft. You got to use elements of almost every other track to run here.
Yeah, especially like the braking zones. You have to perfect that every single corner, or else you're either gonna
Yeah.
miss it or brake too much, and you'll
I
have a
don't
terrible
I
exit.
don't think these modifieds, I don't think you have to brake.
I'm pretty sure you do.
I was
Probably,
running around and I
maybe,
was not braking. I was just lifting.
maybe not in turn 3, but turn 1, more than likely.
Even turn 1 I wasn't braking.
Well, we all know how you race. Anyways,
That's mean.
let's take a look at
Oh,
tonight's starting lineup. It's the 33 of Mike Toshiro and Joe Sr. driving the number 4 car in second.
then you got Shane Wagner in third with Steven Selby in fourth.
Row number 6 on the inside, Brandon Fetterplace and Kevin Feemster in the number 7.
Then you got Dustin Painter in seventh with Joe
Jr.,
Gauthier in eighth.
aka Joe Jr. Row 5, we have Alfie Scherer Jr., current points leader, and heat race number 1 winner, James Kerr, starting 10th.
Then you got Thomas Andrews starting 11th with Brennan Forsyth starting 12th.
Row number 7 on the inside, Brandon Feeney looking to gain some good points here tonight, and Joshua Buckley in the number 13 modified.
Then you got Dan Butler finishing off with 15th.
We got a solid field here tonight. How many cars do you think are going to fall victim to that cutout wall there?
At least 2.
At least?
I see at least 2 cars kind of forgetting about that opening, just like we saw with the 13, and ending up in that scenario.
I mean, yeah, I see it too, but, you know, you never know what's going to happen.
You can't say you haven't hit that wall.
Not on accident.
I don't believe that.
Whatever. We're getting ready to go green here. Your iRacing.com sedan pace car looking thing pulled off the speedway. We don't want to see that thing ever again tonight, do we? I don't think we're
It's not
going
that
to.
bad.
Let's get ready to go green here. Green flag is out. We are racing at Gateway.
Oh man, there's already so much to see here.
We have cars there. We have cars everywhere. OBS is lagging really bad, so sorry if the stream is jumpy. But iRacing's lagging now too. Alright, it's good now. Towards the back here, faster cars are slowly working their way up. And then when I say slower, I mean going from 9th to 6th on lap
The
1.
1 and the 14 are pushing each other on that outside lane. Never mind. The one's just going to back down, back into the bottom line. That seems to be where everyone's wanting to be right now at the start.
I mean, I can see why he's backing down. I mean, there's no need to be super aggressive lap 1 of a 70-lap event.
No, but then you got the 26 here fighting for the lead by the 33. Oh, we got a spinner there.
Dustin Painter, they're
Multiple
still
spinners.
wrecking. Brandon Feeney went around, and Thomas Andrews locked it up. He did not get involved. And then Dustin Painter caused the started all of it, basically.
That felt somewhat avoidable. I don't know what happened with the other 2 cars. All I saw was Dustin go around, and I'm like, well, no one's gotten hit, so I think we're fine.
Let's take a look on the rear end. Looks like he may have came down a bit on the 1.
Ooh. Man. Not what you like to see.
But it's better than it's happening 10 laps left in the race than 3 laps into the race, if I can speak. But I definitely think Mike Tashiro definitely capitalized on starting up front here.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if it'll last very long, though. But we will see, I guess. "70 laps of this. How many cautions do you think we're going to have?"
I personally feel like there's not going to be that many cautions. I'm going to go with trusty lucky number 7.
Okay, next question. What do you think the flip counter is going to go up to? We beat the record last week with 6.
I don't think there's going to be much flipping here unless you hit the wall super hard.
Yeah, so for now, it's at 0 with intent to change.
I mean, in reality, the only way you're really going to spin is by hitting the open wall or getting spun into a wall.
Or you could have a freaky, weird glitch wreck where you just fly into the air.
Well, then that's on iRacing.
Yeah, but we'd still count it.
Man, you are really eager to count flips.
Yes, I am. I wanna beat the Chili Bowls record. I don't know how many they had, but I'm pretty sure it was over 60.
We're not beating that.
Oh, I'll find a time and place. We'll just, you know what? We'll do the figure 8 with the jumps. That one. We'll do that.
Do it with the trucks. Do it with the trucks.
Off-road trucks or the NASCAR trucks?
No, the Gander trucks.
Okay.
Now that would be death. Those heavy trucks just hitting people.
People
Man.
have probably done it before. I'm sure we're giving somebody at OG Racing League ideas right now. You're welcome. You can thank us later.
Just send royalties to my checking account, Brian. Thank you.
Yeah, what he said. No. Toshiro, Marks, and Wagner, your top three as they run right now. Toshiro has one win this season. It came just a few weeks ago. I think it was the first race we broadcasted.
Yeah, I think so.
And Braden Fetterplace still looking for his first win on the year. iRacing.com pace car has not yet won a race this season.
No, but I don't think he's going to. He ends up a good bit of laps down.
Well, when you run out of green-white checkered attempts, what car crosses the line first when the race
The
is
pace
over?
car winning is like Cody Ware winning.
Oh dear. Hey, at least the pace car doesn't spin. Coming to the choose looking thing. I don't think there's a choose gun. They should definitely add that next update. But we're gonna be going 1 to green
That would be
here.
cool.
As sounds like Will has recovered from his death-defying laughter.
That hurt, man.
Well, let's see what happens on restart number 1 of the night. I got my money on Toshiro leading us for the next handful of laps.
I could see Tashiro leading into next caution.
Where's Alfie?
I don't know. Where?
That's a great question. Okay, he's just not coming out of pits.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess I'll catch up in the meantime.
Yeah. Who's the last car in line? Is it Feeney? Yep, Feeney is going to be the last car until Alfie catches up, which he's basically there now. But here we are, getting ready for the green flag to drop again. And now iRacing just added these cool new restart zones. And I know it says Geico on it, but you know what? We are heading into the butt kicker restart zones. Mike Toshiro, Shane Wagner on your front row. Green flag is out. We are racing again at Gateway.
Tashiro is going to get the lead here easily, and that's going to clear the 26, but it looks like the 4 may be able to get down there too quick.
Joe Sr.,
Oh,
aka
he
Joe
cleared.
Marks. Clear. For now, Brandon Fetterplace trying to take that 4th spot. Or 3rd spot, sorry. Miscounted by 1.
26 could dive bomb here if he wanted to, but I think he just wants to stick behind the 33 here.
Yeah, no point in racing now. Just kind of get used to the car.
Never mind. There you go.
I think we should
Whoa.
maybe we just jinx everything.
That he had it there, but I don't know. That got scary there with that kind of crossover move there. Ooh, gives him a bump.
Might be able to get a run here on exit. Not quite able to.
No, he didn't have enough draft to build up that run. Whoa, now that was a run.
Are you sure it wasn't a walk? He might get something here on exit. I liked his exit. Big time. Oh, yeah.
Good exit, but I don't think that's going to be enough.
He's side drafting him now.
There you go.
There's nothing you can do about it.
That's how you do it.
Shane Wagner takes the lead here. But I don't know if it'll last long.
No, Tashiro isn't going to let him take it without a fight.
They're going to be side by side.
But it looks like the 80s with the 33, though, so that's going to help the 33.
Oh, but look at this run 26 is going to get on entry.
Yeah. But I think...
Still not able to clear him. Until now.
33 got out of place there.
Dan Butler, he's the last car in line here. Let's see what he's seen on through his windshield. He must be saying, please don't wreck. Please don't wreck. Please don't wreck. As
Farther back you are in the pack, the higher priority. Ooh, 33 going down to the inside line here, trying to take the lead. He's got him here. He's just got to have a good turn. You don't want to overrun the turn. You want to just have a perfect turn here, and it looks like he's got that perfect turn. Ooh, they bump. 26 in the wall, hard. He's spinning. Caution's out.
Nearly a flip.
Nearly, but he spun like a Beyblade. Let me tell you what.
We'll add that. We'll add one.
No. Unless it spin like a Beyblade counter.
Yes.
Oh man, 26 is done for the day. Look at that.
He has one or two fast repairs, though.
You do have a point.
He has two fast repairs, sorry. Tough break for the 26.
Yeah, very tough break.
Let's get a
But if
replay
he's
here. Looks like he got pushed up into the outside
Yeah.
wall.
And then you had the 13 involved, and
I feel
he
like
had that incident during the heat race, and now he had that.
I feel like Buckley gets involved in every caution we have. Or is that just me?
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
I know a little bit about that if you've ever seen me racing at Daytona.
Oh yeah, you're always in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yep.
You have no luck.
No, I have zero luck, which is shocking because I tend to be up in the front, but I never win because I always screw something up.
Or your spotter.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. I'm still a little bit annoyed about that.
Listen, man.
Down, can I go down? Watch out, stick with the AT, I need to know if I can go down!
Okay, in my defense.
Oh yeah, in your defense? What?
Okay.
Yeah, what, Sean? Tell me.
Look at James Kerr. He started in the back. He's up to 5th. He has quite the machine under him. Let's go ahead and see what
Yeah,
he's up
quite
to.
the machine under me at Daytona, but somebody fucking spun me.
Alright. Language. Hey James, this is Sean Will up in the booth with VRN. You got me?
Yes, I do.
Alright, well you've had quite the charge here. You started further back in the pack and now you're up inside the top 5. So what do you think it's going to take to maybe get your number 75 machine into victory lane here tonight?
A lot of it is just trying to make sure you make passes and make good passes when you do.
Now, how
You
is this? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say you can dive bomb, but it's gonna probably end it pretty bad. So you have to try to make sure you calculate where you want to pass and make sure you can make the pass.
It seems like while passing is difficult here, it seems like it's very easy to fabricate runs. We've seen a lot of the lead changes be the car behind has gotten a run and then gotten to the inside on the backstretch, and that's how he's gotten the lead. Is that kind of what you're hoping on, or do you think you've got another plan for passing?
That's one of the best ways to get it. Crossover out of 1 and 2 also helps. You enter high and come out low, but that kind of gets you that run on the backstretch.
All right. Well, Sean, you got anything?
No, not really, James. Have a good run tonight, man, and hopefully you get another good finish here.
I appreciate it.
Alright, well, looks like dive bombing is a solid answer, but not the best answer.
I think dive bombing is definitely how you're going to end up wrecking somebody. I could definitely see that.
Yeah, well, yeah. So we're getting ready to go back green. We'll line them up 2 by 2. Let's take a look at something here. We have had 7 different winners through this first 7 races. How long do you think that statistic will stick?
It could change now. I mean, if Tashiro wins, then that's broken.
But if James Kerr wins, it isn't.
But who's been the dominant force up in the lead today? It's been Tashiro. I think my vote is on Tashiro today. I think he's got this.
Well, guess we'll see. We have quite a long race left. And ladies and gentlemen watching at home, put your votes in the chat below. Who do you think is going to win here tonight? We got people saying Selby. He is currently running inside the top 6. Green flag is back out.
Tashiro with a huge jump here.
Yeah, great launch for Tashiro.
Alfie's still back there fighting in like 6th or 7th. Look at that though, you got the 67 and the 4 right there, right by each other.
Joe Marks, I've dubbed as Joe Senior, and then Joe Gauthier, I've dubbed as Joe Junior. They have similar paint schemes, but I haven't seen the 67 run recently. You know, it makes sense to me.
The 67 seems very indecisive on where he wants to go. He goes down to get behind the 4 for the turn. Then once they exit the turn, he goes up at the 80. But I think this is going to change here.
Looks like it has for now. James Kerr trying to find a gap to maybe get up to the race lead, and Mark's gonna not throw it into the corner. He is very tight. Ooh, 67 is loose as well.
That's not what you want.
Toshiro has led all 15 of them so far. Wait, no, we've done 16 laps.
Yeah.
Did Wagner lead a lap? Yeah. Shane Wagner led 1 lap.
75 behind the 67 here. They're trying to do something.
All over the back bumper of the 67 machine. Alfie with a great run into 3 there. He's going to be able to get behind the 75 of James Kerr. Dustin
Look
Painter
at that.
working his way
Alfie's
back up.
showing up to play.
You've seen Alfie have fantastic speed, but never any good luck. As Feder Place stuck on the outside, and he's able to clear. Look at the run he's going to get. He's on the outside of Toshiro now.
I don't think that run's going to last too long, though. Once they get into this turn, I think that's going to back the 80 down.
Are you sure about that?
Just watch, Sean. He's got 3 people behind him behind the 33. There's no way that he's going to be able to clear when the 33's got the push that he does, unless the 4 goes down to make it 3 wide here.
Feder Place is going to clear him.
What even just happened?
Temporarily.
Oh, 33's around.
Contact. Oh, that's terrible. Terrible crash.
That's a lot of
God.
cars.
There's Painter up and over. The 18 was flipped.
69 is flipped.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Let's get an onboard.
Let's look at Tashiro. I think Tashiro's is going to be really good.
Let's get Painter's POV quick.
That's a good one. And then we should probably also do Tashiro.
Oh, that had to hurt.
Yeah, man.
That was a hard hit.
That messed with a lot of good cars today.
I can't readjust the cockpit cam.
Strange.
So we'll just go gyro then. So you can still get a really good angle here.
Man.
Let's get Dan Butler. He was flipping.
Got the leaders
too,
pitting here.
That's at least 3 cars that flipped, I want to say. I think Selby went up in the air as well.
A lot just happened there.
On board the 14 now.
Current leader in the 80 cars on pit road here. Let's see what he's going to get.
There's a lot of smoke in pit road. Feeney will take the race lead. Andrews will get 1 of his 4 laps back.
Tashiro's back out. Looks like the 80 may be getting, 80's getting 4 tires here.
Maybe everyone getting 4 tires. Maybe not
I think
James.
I think some people elected for 2. I know Tashiro got out of pit road really quick.
He's coming back down. It looks like he's a lap down, Tashiro.
Man, that's not good for Tashiro.
And now Feeney, who we know has speed as well, and his number 38 is going to take the race lead. With James Kerr, Kevin Feemster, Joshua Buckley, and Alfie Sharon Jr. rounding out your front 5. Oh boy. We are only a third of their way here.
This
So,
race has completely changed.
oh yeah. I mean, they have two faster pairs, keep that in mind. For the most part, everyone is still in it, but it's going to be a bit of a struggle for some of these other drivers. I mean, only 7 cars are on the lead lap now. Make that maybe 6. Buckley might be a lap down.
Steven Selby is still on pit road. Getting tires now, so he's going to try to come out.
Payoneer will be 2 laps down. Tashro 1. Joe Marks is 1. And Buckley is almost a lap down. He just barely survives.
Seems.
And somehow Thomas Andrews lost another 3 laps. So he'll be 6 laps down then.
14 is Steven Selby coming back off of pit road.
2 laps down in his number 14 Interstate Batteries car.
Same with Dan Butler. He's off of pit road too, right behind Steven Selby in the number 18.
And that's everyone, right? Off of pit road.
Seems like it, yeah. 1 to green here.
There goes Thomas Andrews taking his wave around. Let's see, this is all about who gets a good jump here. Most of everyone has now only 1 set of tires remaining. We still have a little over half of the race left. Roughly 45 laps to go.
Look at this front row. Got Alfie and the 75 there. They're both on the outside. Then you got the 38 and the 7 on the inside.
I think the
Not
outside is going to get a good restart here.
Yeah.
Have to see how brave Alfie feels like getting here. How close he feels like getting, you know?
If I was in Alfie's position right now, I don't think I'd risk it. Seeing what has happened earlier, I don't know if it's worth it.
Maybe later on down the road, but right now, like you said, I don't think so either. Let's see what happens here. Your pace car is pulling off the speedway. Here we are, getting ready for the green flag to drop, and a bit... almost a...
38's trying to clear here. 38 cleared.
He cleared years ago. James Kerr gonna keep a hold of second. Feemster battling on the inside for third. James Kerr really trying to get around this 38 car. Just not making a move yet.
I think we should watch Alfie here. He's got to push, and we know that Alfie can get past these guys if he really wants to.
I don't think he's really going to push too hard yet, and maybe I should just stop talking now.
When it comes to races where you don't have to worry too much about saving tires, like this one in particular, a lot of people are just going at it, just trying to get whatever position they can, because at this track, position matters a lot. Oh, 75. Oh, that might actually lose the 75 a position there.
It's going to, unless he can get a good dive into one.
He's got an okay to... Whoa!
That was
well,
close.
yeah. The one car shot up, but I still think that's going to mess with the 75 here. I think the 75 made a bad call, and he's trying to just save from it. Oh, he's going to get tight.
They're trying. They're side by side. The 75 still has the draft here.
38 went with the 75
Look at the
here.
run Alfie has.
Yeah. Even with him just kind of being by himself there, he's got to run.
He's clear.
Oh, he could clear. He could clear real quick, and he's going to do it.
Now he has one car between him and the race lead.
Now, look at him get on the bumper like that.
We've seen him do it in practice, too. I'm not
all the
surprised.
way through the entry.
You know why I like these modifieds? You can see them really wheeling these cars.
Yeah. These cars aren't super easy to run.
But they're fun to watch.
Oh, for sure. Look at
And
this.
they're probably fun to
Alfie to
drive
the
too.
lead.
Not quite.
Oh,
Not quite. Looks like he
he
may have
had
gotten a little loose there on
he
exit.
had the lead, but he did not clear. He was very close to clearing. You saw him almost try to go up because I'm guessing he was clear for just a split second.
So close.
But
No
he's about
surprise.
to be clear here. Oh, he got loose. Is he gonna? He saves it.
What just happened?
He hit that curb. Like I was saying in the pre-race, you hit that curb, that can ruin your entire turn. And it did it for Alfie. But
Look
he
at
saved
how
it.
close he got to hitting the inside wall too. Holy cow. Just going on board
What
and
a
looking at
move.
that replay. He's going to fall to 6th. Meanwhile, James Kerr on the inside, battling Brandon Feeney for 1st.
That 75's trying everything he's got, but it doesn't seem like anyone's really going with him right now. Oh, the 7's going to get down there. That could be what he needs. Unless the 7 goes back up with the 38. And he does.
Oh, Feemster. He has put his hat into the ring now.
Oh, we almost saw a move just like that ruin the 7's race during the heat races. Oh,
They're getting really racy now.
yeah, it's only lap 31.
We still have 37 to go. That's way off, but you know what? I don't feel like doing math. It's like 39, 38, 40 laps to go. Yeah. Feeney holding on to the race lead. He has led the past 11 laps here, and everything is starting to calm down a bit. Alfie works his way back up into the top 3 here.
We saw this with Tashiro, and now we're seeing it with the 38 here. I'm wondering if once you get in the lead, it's very easy to maintain that lead. If so,
Yeah.
then I'm just going to vote that the leader wins.
Maybe. I'm not really sure. I still think that we cannot really decipher a winner yet.
No, there's no way. That's why I'm just saying whoever is the leader when we pass the checkered flag is the winner.
Yeah.
Oh, but Femi clears.
James Kerr finally to the race lead. He's going to lead his first lap of the night. He's having a great night so far in his number 75 car.
Ooh, 38 got loose there. God, look at that one just pushing everybody. And look at the run it gives them.
Yeah, but I mean, he's just
Oh,
trying
we
to...
got a wreck.
In the back, it's Dustin Painter again, and Dan Butler, and Steven Selby.
Oh, man.
What happened
Selby
here?
just came out, too. That
Oh,
sucks.
dear. It looks like the 14 got hooked almost, but not quite.
Oh, wow. That's a hard one.
Looks like they just made some contact there. Netcode may have played a bit of a factor in that one as well. And Dustin Painter, he had nowhere to go in his 65 car. Like I said, he's good in the first half, and then once the second half rolls around, bad luck strikes. You hate to see it.
But look now, that means that James Kerr is going to lead us to green.
For the first time this season, I think. Maybe not this season, but first time tonight at the most. So I think we've had 3 or 4 cautions now. And you said we're going to hit 7 tonight, so we are far from done.
7's my lucky number.
Then why do you run the 33? So then philosophy
numbers.
says, if 7 is your lucky number, then Kevin Feemster is going to win the race. And he's
I
actually
don't
taking
think
tires.
that's true. I raced the 33, so I'm still going to put my vote on Mike Taschereau.
He's back on the lead lap now. Joe Marks will be 1 lap down. Selby's going to be probably another lap down, maybe.
At least if he doesn't DNF. I feel like Selby's had to be on the pit road multiple times.
Yeah.
He may be running out of fast repairs, and the wrecks he has had, every wreck we've seen him in has been extremely violent. So if he isn't out of fast repairs, then he is now.
Yeah, if he wasn't then, he definitely is now.
Which means Selby's got to be a little bit careful here and try to just keep from wrecking that car.
Yeah. We'll see what happens here. We still have half of the race left on the dot now as we hit halfway. This race has been exciting.
This has been one of the most exciting races I've seen in this series. I think the 75 is going to get such a run here, having Alfie right behind him. If the 75 does not maintain the lead on the first lap, something horribly went wrong.
Guess we'll have to wait and find out here. Looks like we're coming to 1 to green this time around.
Oh, you got the 80 behind the 1-2.
Oh dear.
That's a powerful line right there on that inside.
Too much power.
That's where the concern is.
Some people
By the
say no
looks-
power, baby. Some people say no, no, no.
By the looks of it, I think the 80 isn't going to try to do much pushing right now because of the one car. I think he knows what the one car is going to do, and he's going to try to not murder his line.
And already, Alfie is already all over the back bumper, James Kerr.
Alfie has a plan here. Alfie wants to get to second here and maybe even pass for the lead.
Guess we'll see what happens. We are coming to green here. Coming to the butt kicker restart zone. Pace car. No. The pace car is off. I almost said butt kicker is off. Green flag is out one more time. Probably
Which
not.
didn't seem to work out too well for Alfie. I don't think he expected him to go so quick.
I don't really think anything worked out for anyone there.
No, I think we're not used to going before the green flag, and I think that's kind of throwing off everybody who isn't leading.
Yeah. Guess we'll see what happens here. We are just about 30 laps. We just about have 30 laps left.
That's going to be a bad run there for the 38.
Oh, yeah. Side by side back here for...
What is that? What did the 67 just do?
Buckley's on his roof. He is probably knocked out and unconscious. That was a terrible wreck. 2 cars flipped.
I'm just not even going to say anything to that. I don't know what I just watched.
Let's let the replay do the talking here.
67 just went up to the 38. Just went up into him as if he wasn't there.
Yep.
Wow.
Let's go on board the 13 here, see what he saw. because you saw a lot, that's for sure. On board.
Oh, that's rough.
Big time. He's had terrible luck ever since we've started broadcasting this series, it feels like. Oh, man. Did no caution come out for that? Okay, never
Yeah, I
mind.
did.
Yeah, it just wasn't set to live. I forgot to go back to live. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a break here on VRN. We'll be right back once we're getting ready to go green. Alright, welcome back. We're getting ready to go back green here, Will. Who do you think is going to get the win?
Get the win. I'm not even going to call it right now. There's no way for me to call it. But what I can say here is this is going to be a very interesting fight. You got Alfie on the outside, then you got James Kerr on the inside here, and they've both got really good pushers. Look who's in fourth place right now. Mike Tashiro is back.
He was one, maybe 2 laps down just a handful of laps ago.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens here on this restart. As you just said, James Kerr still has the race lead, so he has control of this restart. Let's see what happens here. Pace car is off. Your front row is going to try to get a good start here, and look at the jump by the 75.
75 immediately goes up to that outside line there. But what's this one car gonna do here?
He's gonna try to hold off second. I mean,
Ooh.
Feemster, he's hungry right now. He wants to get another top 3 finish here. Gonna slide up behind the 33 of Mike Toshra as he moves up to third. I don't think we're ever gonna see someone really pull away tonight.
No, but I will say the 75 has pulled away more than I think any other leader has.
Oh, but that's not gonna last long. I can
No, it's not
guarantee
going to
it.
last, but still, he got a really good jump off that start. See, look, the one car's already jumping back up to him.
Yep. And here comes Tosharel and Feemster as well. Brandon Feeney just outside of the top 5. Come to just 25 laps to go this time around.
Yep, that gap that the 75 had is gone.
As expected. Backing off a little
75's
bit on entry, sorry, not exit.
The 75's jumping really down low, and it seems his line is working. He gained on that exit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty extreme line. Oh, but the one's mimicking his line here through 3 and 4. And the one's got the speed thanks to the draft there.
Didn't really have a good exit, but like you said,
No.
the draft is going to help him. Big time down the front stretch, into turn number 1.
Still not enough. That 75's going to guard that bottom line, making it very difficult for that one to pass. You can see him go up to the outside. We saw Tashro go up, then the one car went up to try to get to the outside of the 75, but Tashro was too far back to really make it work. The one, I knew what he was doing there when I saw it. He's trying to push him into the turn to make him go in faster so he messes up the turn. He's going to do it here again. Oh no, he's going to go down to the inside.
You spoke too soon. Haha. James Kerr not going to be able to clear him into 1. Alfie's still going to hold on strong on the bottom.
Oh, no, he's not.
That lasted long.
Spoke too soon.
Oh, come on. James Kerr back out to a 2/10 of a second lead again.
He's
That's
not
not
doing
gonna
so
last
well
long.
through turn 3 and 4. You can see him. He's not able to get down as low as he's wanting. You can hear him kind of forcing the car down there.
Gap opening up and gap closing up again. Seems like the leaders are starting to pull away from third on back.
Oh yeah, look at that gap.
Big time.
Oh, one car is going to get, or 75 is going to get really tight here. The one car is on his bumper through the turn. That is scary.
Can only imagine what that 75 is seeing in his rearview mirror.
A lot of
Nothing
red,
but
I
Alfie.
can tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh, what happened there with the 75? He went high on that backstretch
Looked
there.
like he got a bit of a maybe little loose there on the exit.
Oh, one car's got the inside here. Oh, 75 is not looking good through the turn. Maybe he can do... No, he can't get a crossover here.
And look what that did for Toshro. He's going to
Brought
be able to get
Toshro back
up.
into the mix.
He has their draft. I mean, he's had their draft, I want to say. But now he's closer than ever. And he's going to lose time right back. James here going to try the bottom, as you mentioned just a little bit ago.
Knowing how tight Kerr gets down here, though, it's kind of concerning. You don't want him to shoot up and put the one up there. Kerr takes the lead here again, but can he clear? He can't clear. Who's going to lead this lap?
Kerr gets
It looks like it's Kerr.
Just barely. And Toshro now. Just 2
Oh,
tenths
he's on
back.
He got on the curb. That's going to ruin his lap time. You can see Alfie getting the run there on the exit.
Alfie's going to clear. James Kerr right behind him.
Let's not rule Tashro out here. Tashro's watching, waiting for the moment to where he can get it.
And so is the rest of the cars behind him. They've all caught up back together.
Whoa, what happened there with the 38? That got scary.
He had a little bit of a oops moment there, almost. Toshiro in third, James Kerr in second, and Alfie leads the way. We're coming up on just a handful of laps to go here.
Oh, that's gonna.
He
Yep, you
tried.
can see Kerr back down. He knew that if he was gonna keep going there, that was gonna cause a bad wreck, and that was gonna take Alfie out of the mix.
Maybe even both of them.
33 is gonna try to get second place here, but I don't think he's gonna be able to get it. Oh yeah, that made him real tight out of the turn.
The lower you exit, the tighter you're going to be on the center.
Alfie trying to break the draft here.
It did not work
No.
all that well. Kind of
We've
did,
seen-
but not really.
We've seen drivers keep trying to do that, but it just does not seem to add much effect as they think.
Yeah. Alfie going to try the
75
bottom
to the
again.
inside.
He hasn't had good luck on the bottom of turn 1. Maybe he can have some this time. Doesn't look like it.
No.
They're actually pretty even at a 2, though.
Yeah.
Just didn't last long.
I think what the 75 needs right now is for that 33 to get back up to him
Yeah,
and
give
then
him a
try to
push.
use that push.
Coming to 15
Or for
laps
Alfie to
go.
mess up. I think what we're also not seeing Kerr do, but I think he's going to do it now, is push him in too hard into the turn.
Nope, he backed off.
No, he backed off.
We have
I know-
15 laps left, Will. What do you think the go time will be?
Now,
Fair enough.
knowing how hard it is to pass here, everyone is going for it. Yeah, 15 laps is a lot, but here, 15 laps, you could only gain a position in that time.
We'll see. Passing has been very difficult here from what we've seen, unless you just absolutely stick on the rear bumper of someone, just send them into the turn.
And that's why Alfie is up front. Every time Alfie is behind the leader, he will push them into the turn. I think the problem is here, the 75 doesn't want to do that. Maybe it's a morality reason. I don't know. But the 1 did it to the 75. I think it's only fair that the 75 does it to the 1.
Well, if you're going to send him all the way, you might as well send him a postcard as well.
Well, not all the way, but...
Well, if you go all the way, you can win the large prize.
I think the large prize is just coming out of here alive.
And with the good points, I mean, most of the point leaders are up front. Cough, cough, nudge, nudge. Alfie.
Yeah.
And Mike Toshiro.
I think James Kerr isn't thinking about the points standings right now. If Alfie is still up there, especially if he wins, that is going to have a huge points impact. 33
wide.
trying to make it 3 wide here, but the 75 went back up to the outside. 33 going to try to pass the 75 here.
James Kerr has not yet won.
Whoa! James Kerr gave the 1 little bit of the bumper there.
I mean, now we're starting to get closer and closer to crunch time. We're coming to 6 to go at the line here. James Kerr, he's tied for 5th in the points. He's going to need a good point stay here, and he's going to need Alfie to not finish where he is right now. $11 laps to go now.
Whoa, 33 just spun the 75.
And around he goes. Caution's going to come out again. That's a huge hiccup.
Can I have a hot take there?
Go for it.
I don't blame the 33. 75 kept backing off every entry, causing him to get right on the bumper of the 33, and I think the 33 just had it because the 75 was slowing them both down.
I don't know. Well, that's going to move Joe Jr. up to 2nd and Brandon Federer place to 3rd. And Brandon Feeney 4th. Who's going to be in 5th? Mike Toshiro. We have like 6 cars on the lead lap, I think. Okay, 7, but still. I was pretty close, I will say. Do you think we're probably going to be going back green with roughly 7 to 6 laps to go? Well, do you think Alfie has what it takes to hold on?
Oh, for sure. I mean, he's been holding on the whole race. I think one thing I'm really going to watch here, though, is you have James Kerr and Mike Tashiro. They're going to be starting, unless pit lane changes things, they're going to be starting right next to each other.
Well, those two are pitting. Presumably for tires, maybe. They might have a set left. But I doubt it. We'll keep an eye on Mike Toshiro here, see what he does first.
Very curious. I'm not... Obviously, there's the 80 and the 67 here. Same with the 38. We've got some good challengers here to try to take the lead. But I think it's so hard to pass Alfie without just, giving him the bumper and moving him out of the way. That I think unless you get someone up there who is willing to move Alfie out of the way, Alfie's going to maintain that lead.
It's going to be Abraham Lincoln for Toshiro and Washington's for James Kerr. You don't get it, do you?
No, I do not.
On the Fox broadcast Sunday, they made it because it was a long story. But left sides for Toshiro, right sides for James. Let's see what happens here on this restart. James Kerr going to restart 5th. Now he beat Mike Toshiro out of pit road.
All right.
Now with those new red side tires, do you think that's going to really give him a huge advantage though?
I could see it. I really could see it. Knowing how this track has worked and seeing people who are on these new... I mean, there are some drivers who may prefer to just put right sides on because the left sides being worn in may help.
True, but Alfie, he's been out on track for 42 laps. Compared to everyone else, 23, 22, 22. And then the two drivers who just pitted this time around. This could be interesting here.
Very interesting. I'm excited to see what happens here. I wonder if anyone's going to be able to pass Alfie or not. I think what we're going to have to see, though, is James Kerr and Mike Tashiro. I think, honestly, with them having just pit, I think they need to work together to get through the people in their way to get back up to Alfie.
And they probably will.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
I'm sure there's no bad blood between those two.
But at the same time, I mean, it's a racing incident. It's just... But at the same time, there are some drivers, definitely not me, who may get a little irritated by a move like that.
Yeah. And some people in the YouTube chat are saying it looked like netcode to them, and I do agree with that. Netcode usually has a little bit of sprinkle in every incident.
Oh yeah, but that's just how the internet works.
That's just how life works.
Yeah, I usually
Alfie chose the outside.
Oh. Very interesting, yeah.
Let's see if Joe Gauthier can get a good start here. He has the 80 Miller High Life car behind him. And then Brandon Feeney, he's going to be starting on the outside of the 80. We're going to be going green with just 6 laps to go. This race is going to come down to the wire here. Pace car is
Definitely.
off. Green flag is out. We are racing again at Gateway.
Alfie went quick.
He went very early. We've seen this at regular plate races where drivers jump the restart and they end up with a bit of a disadvantage. Do you think that this has happened?
I don't think that kind of disadvantage will work here because the way this track works is you still have to lift. The reason you see that disadvantage at a super speedway is because you do not lift. So what happens is everyone behind you becomes faster than you, and you just get swarmed by faster cars going around you.
Well, speaking of faster cars, it looks like Alfie is slowly losing to the number 38. This could be a battle between Brandon Feeney and Joe, as James Kerr and Mike Tasho are fighting it out for 4th and 5th. Joe is just holding on to a solid top 3 finish here. 5 laps to go. And that gap is still closing. I think we'll have a similar battle to what was happening between James and Alfie.
I think so, yeah. I think we're going to end up in that same situation.
4 to go now.
There's not enough time, though, for third place to get up there, I don't think, unless he gets help from the 75 behind him. But the 75 even, he's not gaining very well.
No, not really. Very slowly. And even 67 is pulling away just a bit from him. So I don't really think those right side tires were really worth it.
No.
Even though they didn't really lose or gain any positions.
Oh, yeah. 75 super tight on the exit there.
Alfie's breaking the draft. 3 laps to go. But that is not working here. That did not work at all for him. He lost more than he gained.
Not to mention, the closer that 38 gets, the better chance for that 38 to just dive bomb you, and anything happens on the last lap.
Coming to 2 laps to go. Brandon Feeney has really good exits, but he just doesn't have the straightaway speed for some reason.
38 can stick that bottom line. The one car cannot anymore.
Feeney on fresher tires compared to Alfie. 20 lap difference between the tires. So Feeney's going to maybe be a little bit more patient here. Maybe try to get a good straight line here. Coming to the white flag this time. Alfie looking for his second career, or not second career win, but second win this season here. Gap is still about 2.5 tenths, 2 tenths. As they head out of turn number 4. White flag is in the air. Brandon Feeney may need a miracle here out of turn 2 if he wants to have a shot at him.
38 isn't gaining at the pace that he needs to get around the one car.
We'll see.
He lost it on exit hard there.
Oh, yeah, big time. I mean, we've seen that every single lap.
That's why normally you want to run that second groove, not that bottom groove. That bottom groove is going to mess up your exit. I think Alfie basically has it at this point unless he spins.
And I don't think turn number 4, Alfie gets his second win on the year. First driver to be a multi-time winner this season. Brandon Feeney comes home second. James Kerr got around that 67 car. He gets another top 3 finish. What a good race that was.
Crazy.
As Alfie is coming down pit road.
Well, you always do your burnouts on pit road, don't you? Right in front of all the crew members?
Yeah. No, I do it on them.
All right.
There is your race winner. He led 20 laps here tonight. I want to say is the most out of everyone. And 3 drivers dominated during different sectors. Tasha dominated at the beginning. And then James Kerr dominated in the middle of it. And then finally, Alfie dominated at the end of it. So, I mean, we really couldn't really set who was going to win this race until the last quarter.
I figured once Alfie got up there, he figured out the track very well, and I think that's what he was missing.
Yeah. Come on, Alfie, you got this. He's trying to burn it down. Nope, maybe not. He's going to park it right there. Get a pretty good look at that number 1 machine. Well, let's take a look at your finishing order here from tonight's race. Your top 10 here tonight. Alfie came home with the win. He gained 11 spots since or 8 spots since the start. But Brandon Feeney, he gained 11 and he came home second. James Kerr came home third. Joe Gauthier fourth. Mike Toshiro rounding out your top 5. Brandon Fetterplace, Kevin Feemster, Stephen Selby, Dustin Painter, Joshua Buckley, your top 10. And then the rest of the field here, top 15, Joe Marks, Dan Butler, Thomas Andrews, Brennan Forsell, and then Shane Wagner. And that is everyone. Alright, now it's time for post-race interviews. Let's go ahead and get third place finisher, James Kerr. Hey James, this is Sean and Will up in the booth with the VRN. You got me?
Yes, I do.
Alright James, well you were able to still get a solid finish here tonight. You come home third. What do you think could have went just a bit better to maybe get yourself in victory lane here tonight?
I think if I would have took right sides when I got fuel, I think it would have been a little bit better, but it was so tight after I got those tires there towards the end. I was pushing coming off real bad.
Now, I know we saw you would kind of show up, then you would be gone for a little bit, then you came back. Then you had that long stint that ended in that accident with the 33. Where was your issue? I know you said you were tight, and it looked like you were extremely tight, but were you having issue being so tight to get enough speed to get past Alfie?
Yeah, and Alfie had took tires. I knew he was on newer tires than I was. My tires, I took them at like whenever I got wrecked or whenever I got spun. I mean, that was first set of tires I had took, and I had packed a lot of fuel into it to make it to the end. So as the car lightened up, it was getting faster and it was getting looser and it was actually feeling a lot better. But right there when he got to me, I still had a lot of fuel and it was really tight at that point.
All right, well, Sean, you got anything?
Let me just refresh the point standings here quick for after there. So, James, you move up to 4th in the standings, and wow, you are further back points-wise than you really want to be right now. I mean, with over half the season over now, do you think you'll be able to get up to the points lead?
I don't know if I'll be able to get up to the points lead, but I'm going to try everything I can. Try to keep getting these podiums, and hopefully one of these races will work out and I'll actually get a win.
All right, James. Well, are there any shout-outs or thanks you'd like to give out to anyone here?
I gotta thank my sponsors, Black Acid Custom Racing Apparel, KRM, Allison Race Parts, and Holler Boys Racing TV. All of those on the car, and they've been with me quite a while now. So, and then everybody here at OG and you guys for broadcasting, and everybody makes this fun every week.
All right, James. Well, have a good rest of your week, man, and I guess we'll see you tomorrow, maybe.
Yeah, I should be on tomorrow. I don't think I have a race tomorrow in any other league, so I'll be definitely running the full race.
All right, James. Well, good luck tomorrow night as well.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's get this Brandon Feeney up in the booth now as he comes home second. Hey, Brandon, this is Sean and Will up in the booth with VRN. You got me?
I got you loud and clear.
All right, well, you come home second here after a 70-lap event at Worldwide Technology Raceway. How do you think your night went? I mean, you were fluctuating inside the top 5, top 10 all night long, and come home with a solid top 3 finish.
I'm probably as surprised as you guys there. I got involved in that last wreck there on like 10 to go. My left front was all jacked up, and I just drove the crap out of it, trying to do as best I could.
So, how did you feel with the track? I know it seemed like, for example, James was getting a little tight around there. Did you feel like you were doing good before your car got damaged?
I was doing all right. My car was actually the other situation. My car was loose coming out of the corner, so I couldn't put the power down, which was killing me down the straightaways.
All right, well, Sean, you got anything?
Brandon, you led 12 laps and you had the fastest lap set. Next week we are heading to South Boston. What do you think we're gonna expect there from you?
I'm not sure. I haven't really run South Boston much, but last time we pulled up in the broadcast, I said I was going to finish about 6th, and I finished 6th last week. So I guess I should just say I'm going to win next week and hope for the best.
All right. Well, is there any shout outs or thanks you'd like to give out to anyone?
I got to thank Liquid Molly, which is my sponsor in real life, and then I got to thank the death metal granny hips on the back bumper. Trying to get him to bring out a new album, but he's refusing to. So we got to peer pressure him.
All right. Well, thank you for racing with us here tonight, and good luck next week at South Boston.
See you soon. Have a good night.
All right. Let's get your race winner here, Alfie Sharon Jr. Hey, Alfie. Sean Will up in the booth with VRN. He got us.
I got you guys. How's it going?
Going good, and you just became the first multi-time winner of the season. You got it done here tonight. Did you think you're going to be able to do that throughout the first half of the race?
Honestly, when I got into that first wreck, I thought it was over from there. Luckily, the cautions dropped in my favor, kind of. I took my gas early, took my tires around, I think it was like lap 40 something.
Now you had a pretty crazy race. Obviously, you had that first incident there, but then close to the end of the race, you just became dominant. You had that lead. You and James were fighting for that lead, but then James just couldn't get around you anymore. What were your thoughts coming to that ending, especially with the 38 on you and being so close to getting you a few times?
I mean, to start off with, like me and Kerr, I think with him running the bottom line, he had to almost like double throttle it coming off the corner. With me running that middle to high line, I was able to just get that shoot off, and as you guys seen, that's where the momentum was coming from. Um, but I mean, with Feeney on that last restart, the only reason I took the outside because I knew I've never raced with the 67 much before, so I didn't know if I gave him the opportunity to stay with me, if he would just drive through the corner and dump me for the win. Where with Brandon, I've raced with him this whole season. I know how he races. So I said, screw it. I'm going to take the high side, and hopefully he does it respectfully if he wants to beat me coming into the final laps.
All right. Well, Sean, you got anything?
Not that I can really think of, other than you're extending your points lead here. And you've had a few bad races the past few weeks, and it looks like you're finally turning your luck around.
Yeah, it feels amazing to turn the luck around after the last two races I've had. Just trying to maintain the points. Me and Mike Tashro are battling hard for it. I see Dustin's gaining up on his points now too, so it's going to be a close battle. I'm just glad to finally get the second win. Feels good. Gonna try to go for more.
All right. Is there any shout-outs or thanks you'd like to give out to anyone?
Just got to thank TRS, Checkered Flag Auto Supply, you guys for doing the broadcasting. I got to thank Rupert and all the admins for putting on the league stuff, and again, just all the competitors that we race with. I mean, it's been phenomenal races this year. Can't complain.
All right. Well, have a good rest of your week, Alfie, and will we see you tomorrow night with Gen 6 League?
I'm taking tomorrow off to go run the partner league. I'm going to run Prestige Worldwide at Trucks at Chicago. So you guys will not see me tomorrow night.
All right. Well, good luck tomorrow night in that event, and hopefully we see you sometime soon again.
Thank you. You guys have a good weekend too.
All right. See ya. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in to tonight's broadcast at Worldwide Technology Raceway, otherwise known as Gateway. Tomorrow night we'll have the Gen 6 Cup cars back on, and then Friday night is the Midnight Thunder Truck Series at no, not Darlington. Actually, yes.